here in East Rutherford. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. Just about set to go now in the snowy Meadowlands. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
1st down. Here's Corral with it. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. at their own 21. Now Hall to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's got room. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 33 and a first. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. 3 lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 61 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an
touchdown Panthers? Robbie Anderson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have regained the lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Jets at 9-7 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They go play action now. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Steps away. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Corral. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Corral sets up play action. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Corral with it on first down. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very solid gain of 27. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Again, McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. McCaffrey, and he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And that is no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. We'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A run between the tackles with Breida. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And so it's a foot race. Past the 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
Now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it.
Rolling to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From just shy of midfield, Corral. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And some space here. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Panthers have come back to make it a 2-point game. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
148 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Henderson will try and run for the first. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's going to take it in for a Jet.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Here's Corral on first down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run with Hall.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. And all the way in. Touch 6. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Jets strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
On the play fake, Corral.
And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Corral.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 3rd down, here's Corral.
Steps away to his left. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd
down, but not all of them will be, but still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from the 20. And the Panthers have broken our tie and have taken extra point as well. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Wilson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. Now a give running left is Breida.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Wilson, and a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. One last shot for Wilson. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd. Carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9.